Hello everyone, good evening. Very warm welcome to today's How to Create an Effective Marketing Brief session. This session will be taken by Sunny Amlani, who is working as a head of growth and marketing at Gen Skills. Sunny has already joined us, but in meantime, before I introduce him, if you want you to introduce yourself, you can continue because we will wait for another 2 to 3 minutes and then we will start out today's session. Anyone want to introduce yourself? I can see Ankit, Anisa, Ronak. If you want to introduce yourself, guys, you can introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. Guys, just unmute yourselves for a bit until everyone joins so it doesn't look like I'm speaking to myself. Shubhadeep, you wanna unmute people?
Yes, I have to ask them to unmute.
Just do unmute all for one.
Okay. I'm only able to ask them to unmute.
Nobody wants to, it's okay.
Yes, nobody wants to.
Hi guys, this will become very boring if no one talks. So there is a chat function. You guys wanna? 1 second. Where's the chat thing? Yeah. So just say hi in the. Just say hi in the chat, guys. Say hi.
You can directly send hi to Sunny.
No, just say it to everyone. Also, it's fine. Hi guys. Ankit, Devi, Anisha, Shivam, Prajwal. Hi Prajwal. Prajwal's from my team. Daksh, Pranita. Oh, Pranita's from my team. Rudra, Akshit, Hamid, or Hamid. How do you say it?
I think Sunny, we can start out today's session. So let me introduce you first and then we'll continue. Okay, it's already 7:03. So again, guys, very warm welcome to today's session on how to create an effective marketing brief. This will be taken by Sunny Amlani, who is working as a head of growth and marketing at Gen Skills. And
stop sharing your screen. I'll share it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Can everyone see my screen? Because I can't.
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Where is it present? Perfect. Yeah, guys. I see people are still coming in. So till then, I'll just introduce myself really quick. I'm Sunny Amlani. Been in the space for a very long time, over 16 years of experience. I'm a digital dinosaur, worked at multiple places and for multiple brands while at agencies. And my favorite thing to say is I'm forever driven by curiosity over comfort. Right? It's just a buzzword, but I like saying it, and no one can copy it. Otherwise, I will sue you. So and yeah, so this is where I am. And I work to make money to travel, eat good food, and drink good booze. However, I don't make money to travel anymore because of Corona. So I just eat a lot and I drink a lot. My favorite number is 7, and favorite colors are gray and orange. Don't ask me why I had to put this. So, is everyone here? How many people know what a brief is, what a marketing brief is? And guys, this is going to be a very interactive thing. So I need you guys to be on the chat all the time. Yeah. So on chat, just if you could just write, do you know what a marketing brief is? What does it mean to, what does a marketing brief mean?
Prajwal has raised his hand. So
I just
Prajwal,
write
you
it
want
in the write it in the chat also. It's fine. Firstly, write in the chat and then we'll ask Prajwal to talk. Guys, in the chats, you can put it to everyone, not just as a direct message to me. Just go ahead and write this down. Yes, no, just write that. It's fine.
So Ankit has written it's a concept given to ad agency.
It's only given. He's only sent it to you or what? Guys,
Yes,
send it to everyone if you
I
can.
think everyone is not working. I think there is some error.
Yes, it is
Ah,
not
okay.
giving everyone option.
It's not
So
giving it. Acha, okay. So just raise your hands, guys, and then okay, yeah, let's just speak to you about it. Yeah. So who wants to say it? And Shubhadeep, you can unmute someone, or yeah, who's already here?
Ankit, you can try. You have sent me the answer already.
Ankit, hello. Why can't people send it to everyone? What's the issue?
Don't know.
Passing a chat with everyone. Okay, now see. Yeah, now guys, can you see now if you can
Yes,
send it
it's
to
giving everyone.
perfect. Okay, super.
Yes.
Lovely. Okay, guys, so let's start. Yeah, why don't you tell me? Anisha, it is a summary given to everyone before starting a project. Perfect. Who else? Who else? Now everyone can write it. Nikhil, what about you?
Yes, sir, I'm writing.
Acha, right? Just say it now. You're already on. You're unmuted. So go on.
Marketing brief is a brief that tells a team in which direction they have to achieve the objective.
Yeah, perfect. That's right. So this is one of the many answers. It's Anisha, a very good answer as well. It basically tells a team everything that they need to know to make a plan, a communication plan, or an ad campaign, or a media plan, or create a website, or any piece of marketing communication that's supposed to be made. Yeah, guys, this is not going to help if no one's going to write. Huh? It's a piece of document telling the team what, when, and how to market a particular product or service. It's actually Prajwal. It's a piece it's a document which tells the team to come up with ideas on how to market a particular product or service. That is correct. What when is something that is a mix of what the agency and the brand does together. So there are two parts to this. There is a brand, right? For example, we're going to take a very interesting product today. We're going to think that all of us are part of the marketing team of a dating application. We all know about dating application, yes? Guys, in the chats, come on. Just say yes, no, if you know about dating apps, if you know about any dating apps. Perfect. Oh, yes, now, yeah, lovely. Mayank, Nikhil, yes. Prajwal, yes. Manthan, yes. Who else? Mekandan, Angad, Daksh, Devi, Riddhi, Rashmi, guys, write down. Rudra, Sahil. Very cool.
Guys, send the message to everyone. Don't message me personally. They are still sending me direct message.
Okay. Shivam, how about Shivam? Shivam, do you know about dating apps? Akshit, Akshay, do you know about dating apps? Shivam Singh, come on, guys. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so a lot of people know about dating apps, right? So what we are going to do is we're going to think that we are a dating app, and this dating app is unlike many others. It is an astrology-based dating app, right? So when you sign up and when you log in, instead of just asking for your likes, dislikes, and asking you to fill up a few questions, it actually takes your day of birth, date of birth, time of birth, and along with the other things, which is what you like, what you don't like, and so on, right? Let us come up with a name for this thing right now. It's an astrology based dating app. Come on guys, let's see who gets the best. Whoever gets the best thing can get a discount on the on the next work, not a workshop, but the boot camp. Okay, so let's come up with a name for this thing. What can the name for this astrology based dating app be? Prajwal says Astromate, a nice one. Who else, come on. Sahil, Akshay, Devi. Think of a name, and we'll all pick one, right? And we'll pick the best one. Otherwise, we'll have to go with what Prajwal has said. Yes, guys, come on, come on. Anybody here? Hello? Made in heaven. Okay, Prajwal's taking everything. Come on, guys. Ronak, Shivam, Rudra. Anything? Think of a name for an astrology-based dating app. Look, by the end of this workshop, I want to make sure that we know how to make a brief, right? Ankit to everyone, Starcrossed. Okay, Starcross is good. Starcross is actually a nice one. Cosmos Social, also very cool. Connection, very meta, very nice. So let's see one or two more and then I'll run through the rest of the stuff, right? I actually like Starcrossed a lot. So let's say it is Starcrossed. Okay, so the name of the app is Starcrossed. Ankit, well done. Right. So now let's go back to the marketing brief. So what are we doing? We are Starcrossed, and what we want to do is brief an agency. We are launching in India, and we are briefing an advertising agency, like say an O&M or someone, on what to do, on what we want to do. Right. So we will create a brief for that. Cool. So now let's do what is a marketing brief. So again, telling a team everything that they need to know to make a plan, ad campaign, media plan, website, or any piece of marketing communication. In this case, it is going to be an ad campaign, right? We want a launch campaign to come from O&M. So what is a good brief? A good brief is when you assume that the people you're briefing know nothing about you, right? They know absolutely nothing about you. Now, there are a lot of people who may have been in relationships and stuff. And you know, when fights happen, the guy or the girl will always say that, listen, you know what you did, right? And they assume that the person knows what they've done, right? In this case, we have to assume that the person knows nothing, right? And that's the only way that we will be able to successfully communicate everything that they need to know in order to make a great brief. And it has to be as wide and as specific as possible. And we'll go and do this in the next hour or so. So this is from a Cannes award-winning head of an agency who had written this once for us. The point of a brief is not to be buttoned up and restrictive. It is to give clear direction on what's important and to clarify the issue that you're seeking to address. Right? The problem with informal briefing is that it makes a huge assumption that the person you are being briefed shares the unstated knowledge of the person doing the briefing. So, for example, if I'm the company, I'm Starcrossed, and I know everything about myself, right? And when I'm speaking to an agency, I somewhat assume that they know a lot of things already, right? And a lot of times it keeps coming across that, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you never say that as part of a briefing thing. And a lot of times it is also done in a very haphazard, informal manner. It should never be done just on the phone or something. It should be a written document that actually happens and is given to people. So it is likely that some key facts or knowledge in the client's mind aren't written into the brief because they assume the agency will already know this. And that's where the misunderstandings can begin. And what is the one thing that we have to be very clear about? We have to assume that the agency knows nothing about us. Yeah, we clear? We move forward from here. Our professor said the best brief is the one even your grandma can understand. The professor is funny. Okay, so it's also very important to understand how business teams are structured and where marketing plays a big role. So Marketing team is structured with a CMO, and then there's a brand manager who does all the brand stuff. A CMO is a chief marketing officer. There's a brand manager, a digital marketing manager, a social media person. These are all the functions. There's PR, events, partnerships, and maybe some other ones. When we're talking about an app, the digital marketing person will have a lot of responsibility in order to drive numbers and so on. A brand manager will have their own thing. In this case, when you're briefing an ad agency, when you're coming in, there will need to be the CMO will do the briefing along with the brand manager, etc. But the briefing will be for all of these functions. So this has to be kept in consideration when you're briefing the agency as well. Yeah, PR as well. So Mekandan, hello. Akash is not able to hear me. Is everyone else able to hear me?
Yes,
So
we
whether-
are. Yes, we are able to hear.
Yeah, PR is public relations. Okay, in any case. So what we are doing is we're talking about communication, right? We are drafting a communication plan, and we have to understand that advertising doesn't sell things. That advertising just helps you communicate something in order to make the person take a decision to buy. But just because I have an advertisement doesn't mean that you will buy, right? My advertisement ke baad, it has to be your distribution, your sales, all of those have to be very, very important in order to make you buy it. So for example, let's take a toothpaste, right? You see an ad for a toothpaste, but you're not going to just buy it, right? You're going to buy it because somebody else said it's great, or you're going to the place down and then you're going to see that, hey, listen, it's in the same price range as my other toothpaste and hence I'm going to try it, or that the flavor is great and hence the product is great. So your product, price, distribution, all of those other things are as important to drive sales. And that's something that we should always remember as marketers, that communication is not sales, communication is preparation for sales, right? These are things which are very important. Communication is not sales, communication is preparation for sales. So that's the input that we have to give to people. What does the roadmap look like when you do after the marketing brief? Why is it helpful? So the marketing brief helps you derive a positioning. From positioning comes the tagline, from the tagline and then the tone of voice. And we'll go over those things in a little bit. It helps you come up with a design route, comes up with talking points for PR, helps the media agency come back with a media plan and media ideas. It helps you get better reviews, then it helps you optimize and then retain the customer, and then you get to success, right? So this is the overall marketing roadmap. The brief is just a start of it, and which is why it's most important, because that everything else follows this. So marketing communication is much like trying to get into a relationship, right? So let's take Prajwal. Prajwal, are you, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So Prajwal, let's assume that you like someone who is in your class. Okay.
Okay.
Let's take the name as someone who is here. Say, okay, there's a Danica over here. Let's say you like a Danica in your class. All right. Now, so you know Danica, she is in your, you don't know her, but she's in your class or in your college. You've seen her around. You haven't really spoken to her, but you think that, listen, she will make a great girlfriend for you. So now, what are the things that you will do in order to make her your girlfriend? Right? What is the first thing that you will do?
Find out a little more about her, maybe.
Oh, that's
Check her,
fantastic.
yeah,
Absolutely.
check her social media.
Very good. What else will you do? Stalk her. Everyone be
Yeah.
careful. What else will you do?
Right, and then try to be seen to her,
You're very good. And
then make excuses to be introduced.
fantastic. Dude, you're on the right track. Yeah, yes, ma'am. Angad wants to see the last slide. 1 second. Huh? Angad wants to take a screenshot of it. I'll send it to you. Okay. Yeah. And then
make friends, find out anything in common and build over that.
perfect. Absolutely. So the first thing that you do is you find a way to approach them, right? How would you approach them? You would assume that, okay, what are the different options in approaching them?
A friend request, maybe, to be very basic.
So there's social media.
Yeah.
Then how else? In real life? Or do people not do that anymore? We only start with social media, right? And then, absolutely, like you said, you find out what they like.
Right.
What after that? You pick a medium to connect to them. Then you try to spend more time. Exactly what you said. Have you seen this before? And then you try to convert the thing into a relationship, right? Now, how does it make a difference in your marketing communication journey, and how is it similar to it? So when you're meeting the person, there is some sort of there's some personality that you have, right? You are about something, right? You are a person who may be a studious person, you may be a nerd, you may be a cool guy, you may be a biker. There is something that you stand for, right? There's a core values, beliefs, and a little bit about your background, right? Where you're from, what you did in the past, and so on. Correct? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Did I lose
Yeah.
Prajwal? Okay. I thought he's going to look for Danica on social media. So it is, what do we stand for? Then who do we talk to? Now, Danica may not be your TG. You know why? Because she may be out of your league, right? Or you may be out of her league, right? So who do we talk to means our audience. We have to pick the audience that we need to speak to, correct?
Right.
You won't go to a girl that you know you can't talk to, who's never going to accept your request. Happens to the best of us. It's okay. And then once you go to them, it is what do we say? Now, in marketing communication terms, what do we say means what? Is represented as?
Message.
Messaging. Yeah.
Correct. A message, whatever the message is that we're putting out as an ad, right? That is what the
Yes.
message is. That our tagline, our positioning, all of that is what do we say? Then how
Yeah.
do we say it? How do we say it is tone of voice. Okay, guys, tell me in the chats. Now, tone of voice is how do we say things, right? So, for example, Zomato. Zomato, who follows Zomato on social media? Prajwal, you follow Zomato on social media or have seen their social media ads or outside ads?
Yeah. Yeah. I have.
Perfect. So, you like them? They're funny, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. They're engaging.
So, that is tone of voice. Anyone who follows
Yeah.
Netflix, you see that there's a tone of voice and the way and style in which you speak. If I were to do that as a personification, Prajwal may be a really fun guy. So, when Prajwal is approaching Danica, what does Prajwal say? Prajwal may try to be funny. Prajwal may try to be cool and like a stud, right? Or Prajwal may be very straight and direct and formal, right? In media, for example, when it's a Netflix talking or when it's a Zomato talking, they are very, guys, come on, they're very funny, right? They're very funny. When a bank
Okay.
talks to you, a bank talks in a very what manner?
Professional and
In a
formal.
professional, formal
Formal.
manner, right? And so that is the kind of tone of voice that you see, right? So how do we say it is that? Now, what other brands do you think are doing a great job with respect to tone of voice? Who do you remember? Like, what are the brands that stand out for tone of voice? Like, just tell me brands that you really love and you think that they're really fun and great and you would want to work with them or their ads are really fun. Amazon, okay, Ronak says Amazon. Paytm.
Cadbury.
Google
Cadbury.
Pay. Google Pay.
Google is very fun, yeah. What else? Danica's online. Danica, why don't you write something as well? E-Guard watches. Okay.
Burger King.
So Burger King is
Burger
funny.
King is pretty good.
Yeah. Right. So perfect. So that's good. Right. And then Wendy's, dude, Nikhil Harjani has cracked it. Wendy's is the funniest thing ever. Like you guys have to go and check out Wendy's, or if you sign up for my classes here, then we talk a lot about Wendy's. It's damn funny. Fevicol, yes, very hell. Fevicol is amazing. Okay, so then great guys, really good class. So how do we say it? How do we? Then the next thing is how do we look? So when a Prajwal is approaching the girl, what do? You're also checking out what are you going to? What do you look at? Do you think about what you're going to wear and go? So that is what happens, right? So you look at how do I look when and how do I present myself to the audience, and that's the design, right? So that is how do we look, and then how do we measure success? Did she go out with Prajwal? Did she say fuck it, I don't want to talk to him anymore? Did she become his girlfriend later, right? So how do you measure success in the marketing space? You're looking at thinking about it from a perspective where you're saying, okay, was my ad liked by a lot of people? Did my media reach a lot of people? Did it have the desired impact? For example, if I wanted my campaign to be emotional, right? If I wanted to take an emotional route to reach the audience, did it make the people cry? Like the Google India Pakistan ad, right? It was beautiful. Did it make someone really laugh? And at the end of the day, how much of that advertising actually resulted in someone purchasing my brand, right? In this case, right? In the case of Starcrossed,
Like, sir,
yeah, in the case of Starcrossed, the option would be how many people actually thought that I am worthy of checking out. So how many people started searching for me? How many people saw my ad? How many people completed watching my ad? And so on and so forth. That's my measure of success. Right? Now we go down to the nuts and bolts of everything. And this is where, guys, we'll have to get to the chat again, or I'll pick someone to talk about it also. What are the elements of a good brief? The elements of a good brief are background. So a little bit about the product and so on, about the audience, the brand purpose and voice, the environment analysis, the task environment analysis is competition, then the task to be achieved, and the measure of success, right? So let's go dive deep into it. Right? So what is the background? Background covers the business and marketing context and why the task is important. Okay. All the people who said they have Shubhadeep, just could you pick someone to unmute? Someone who wrote that they know about dating apps, right?
okay.
Devi, are you here? Could we get you unmuted? Devi, hello. Guys, anyone else who wants to raise their hands?
Sahil, Ronak, Shivam,
Yeah, anyone, guys.
Rudra.
Come on, it's very simple. We're just gonna chat.
Come on, guys. Anyone raise?
Shivam, come on, Shivam. Guys, I'm picking someone, huh? Shivam, hello. Who? Why isn't anyone talking? Guys, someone needs to come on board, otherwise I get Prajwal again.
So Ankit has raised his hand.
Perfect, Ankit. Yeah, unmute Ankit.
Ankit, unmute yourself. Yeah.
Hi, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, absolutely. So Ankit,
Right.
we're going to do this entire session with you. Okay. Now, okay, so we're talking about an app called Starcrossed, right?
Right.
Now, Starcrossed. Can you give me a little bit of background about Starcrossed? I'll give you a little bit of background and then we'll go ahead. So Starcrossed is an app where it's a freemium model. You get in, you talk about what does it do and where did it come from and why did we do it, right? I'll give you an insight and then you talk to me about the other stuff. Okay. Now the insight was that a lot of people who are on dating apps, right? They meet each other, they get somewhere with the relationship, and at the end of it, however, when it comes to marriage, maybe the stars don't work out. Yeah, because India is a very, very religious sort of country, and a lot of times we've seen that this astrology comes in the middle of everything else. So what we're doing is we're not taking away all the other parts of the dating apps, but we're saying we're putting astrology at the start also. So first we also check your stars, right? We check whether your how your day of birth, your date of birth, your time of birth, along with your likes, dislikes, etc., and some answers, and then we try to match you with the right kind of people, right? It's as simple as that. And then we start matching you. We give you 5 matches daily, and if you want more matches, then you have to pay, right? But these are people from with whom your stars align and your kundli is already matched in a way. It's not a shadi.com, but it's a mix between, say, an astrology.com and something else.
Right.
Now that is the background, right? And
Right.
now tell me, so now that you're launching in India, why would you launch in India? And can you talk to me about what is the audience that you would target with respect to this? And when we talk about audience also, we don't just want to say 18 to 35 lives in the 4 metros. We want to talk
Right.
about attitudes, behaviors, their motivators, and what is it that they generally do, and hence where can we get them? So
Right.
shoot.
Let me see if I got your question correctly. Firstly, why would we launch in India? And secondly, what kind of audience are we targeting?
Correct. Because you are talking to me, I am the ad agency right now. And
Right.
all of us are part of the ad agency. We are here, you're the marketing head, and we want to listen to you. Tell us about this.
Right. So India specifically is a very good market for this because in India traditionally marriages are not only between two people. It's a collectivist culture, not an individualist one. So marriages or long-term relationships often end up involving the family, and which wherein all sorts of traditional means of knowledge about compatibility come in. So I think the product in itself is well tailored to the Indian market, even though it probably astrology is gaining more space in Western markets as well now. Uh, in terms of the audience, I would, I mean, obviously we can talk about attitudes, but I think at a more simple level, I mean, age-based demographics, segmentation would make some sense, because if you're looking at people who are not just out to experiment and are looking for something very steady, or are finally waiting to find someone, you should probably go from the age group somewhere around 25, 26, and then up to the mid 30s. That is your core uh, yeah, that's your core audience, because that is where most of the young people are sort of done experimenting and they're looking to the future. So aside from that, I mean, urban, yes, like metros, yes, but tier two, tier three cities is where the growing market, I think, for this kind of a product is going to be. In urban areas, it's a little too saturated. Uh, in But I think having lived in a lot of tier two, tier three cities myself, I find the clientele on dating apps a little more traditional. And secondly, it's not very saturated out here, and you can probably do localized campaigns to sort of leapfrog your opposition there. And aside from that, I think it's mostly young working professionals, or people who are maybe pursuing higher education, some sort of a master's or a PhD program, and they are now starting to face pressures from their family, but they don't want to just give in entirely on their family's terms. They want to make some informed decisions about who they spend their life with. I think that'll be the.
That's a really interesting point. Yeah. So the emotional aspect is there, and from a behavioral standpoint, right? What do they do right now? What is their current way of either finding someone to date or finding someone to marry?
Right.
So
So
that
it
is
would
something,
be.
and also what are their internet habits? So Prajwal, for example, was stalking people, right? On Instagram and Facebook and everywhere. So, what kind of people does that person follow? What kind of pages does a person follow? What does the person really like to engage with these two things?
um I think in terms of current options they have for, so seeking out someone from marriage, it's uh I mean, one part of it is the arranged route, then where you go through a shadi.com or go through family networks. Uh, the the other part of it is, I think then again, dating maybe through your own circle or trying to find someone, which is, I mean, on a dating app, which is sort of, at the, you have to be somewhat desperate to do that. But I think that's those are the options, and I think in that sense, our product sort of fulfills a very needed middle ground.
Perfect. Absolutely. So that's a great thing, right? You give a demographic breakup, then you give an emotional breakup of what that, because the emotions are very important in a country like India, right? So emotionally, these people are may or may not have succeeded in their dating life because the stars didn't match or whatever. They're traditional in their mindset, but still forward enough to do this, to come on a dating app and find love. And then the other part, which is the family part, which is a very interesting part, right? That right now a lot of the it's a collective discussion. I mean, collective call that happens with respect to marriage. But what the person wants to do is somewhat get out of it, right, and take that and see if they can make the decision for themselves, because it is also the way that India is progressing and the way that the generations are progressing, right, that they are becoming more progressive, more individualistic, and this is one of the more important things in which they can ascertain and stamp their authority over the stuff. So that is the audience. Now that's so much better than just saying 18 to 35 lives in the top 4 cities, and is whatever. So I'm saying that it's just with the way that it used to be with demographics. I think this gives a person a much better insight into it. And then the brand purpose and voice is something that I'll talk about. So brand purpose, for example, is I'll show you an example of brand purpose. Okay, so I'll just take you through that through this also, right? The audience that we spoke about. So the traditional way is 20, 35-year-old male, lives in Delhi, believes in has a family man. Better way is a first jobber, is single, looking to date and has had experience with dating apps before, spends time on social media, checking out Insta reels and dance challenges, and watches motivational videos like uh, beer biceps. Ugh. Anyone who watches beer biceps here, please don't.
Ranveer Alawali, na?
Alu wale. If you
Aluvali,
don't,
yeah.
just stop. Just stop. Don't do it anymore. I'm just telling you, don't do it. Much rather go on YouTube and do some time pass. Right. So then we talk about brand purpose, right? What is the brand purpose? And see certain things that we, as a marketing person, you need to have established before you go to the people, right? Now I'm going to do a very simple sort of discussion. So brand purpose is a brand's reason for being, which is over and above its transactional reason to exist. So for example, a Cadbury exists, or a Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola exists to sell beverages and make money. Transactional reason kya hota hai? Transactional reason is you're selling it and making money. But brand purpose is over and above that. So Coca-Cola right now, what is the tagline of Coca-Cola, guys? It starts with open.
Open happiness.
Open happiness, right? So open happiness, so they stand for basically making sure that they make everyone happy. So all their piece of communication are about making people happy and connecting people and so on and so forth. That's not their reason to exist. They don't exist to make me happy. They exist to quench my thirst as a refreshing drink. But the brand purpose is something that is very important to know, and then to tell the agency that this is what my purpose is, this is why I exist, right? So, and the tagline. So the agency comes back with a tagline. The purpose is us. The purpose is given by the brand, but the tagline is it's what is done by the agency. You guys understand this? This is a very important thing for us to get. Yes, just in chats. In the chat, guys. Hey Prajwal, no one's asking you to come up with a tagline. Do another. That's the job of the of the ad agency. The purpose, I will tell you what the purpose looks like. Okay, so guess the purpose. Now Nike. What is the tagline of Nike? Just do it. But the purpose of Nike is what? The purpose of Nike is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world, right? It makes you feel like you are also an athlete by using Nike products. The transactional reason to exist is what? To sell shoes, right? And sell athletic clothes and so on and so forth. So the tagline is just do it, but the purpose is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world, which is how all their campaigns are around inspiration and innovation. Just do it is an inspirational tagline that has birthed from the purpose that we want to inspire people, we want to inspire every athlete in the world. Okay, Bumble, because we're talking about dating apps, I put this. The tagline is make the first move, right? But you know how Bumble works, right? Bumble works in not like a Tinder or anywhere else where everyone swipes. It is up to the woman to swipe on you or not swipe on you, and only then can you start a conversation. In Tinder, it's not the case. In Hinge also, you can actually send a message. In Bumble, you can't send a message until the girl says, okay, I think this profile looks decent. Let me go ahead. So it gives the power to the women. And how did the purpose come, right? Bumble was in a space where the Tinder and all these guys, people had bad experiences on dating apps. People had terrible experiences on dating apps. So what Bumble said was, I want to switch this around, right? Women have had terrible experiences. They get bad dates, or the guys are assholes and so on and so forth. So I want to create a world free of misogyny where all relationships are equal. So I want to give more power to the women also. And that's how the tagline came to make the first move. So we don't have to write. So Prajwal and Ankit, when you're writing Fate Calling, Let the Stars Be Your Wings, those are taglines that we leave to the agency. That is not what we tell the agency that this is what our tagline is. We tell them what are we setting out to do. What are we setting out to do, Ankit? Now that we spoke about all of this, what are we setting out to do?
Um, I think we're setting out to find well, a single person who's looking to settle down, someone that they are compatible with, but who is at the same time compatible with their family.
Perfect. Absolutely. That's okay. Devi, I'll just answer your question in a second. So brand purpose and voice, the reason, so Devi, it's not important. A tagline is not important for all products, but a positioning line is important. And what we want to tell people when we are discussing it with an agency, we tell them about the background, we tell them about what audience we want to go after. We also have to tell them why we exist. We exist because this is our purpose. Our purpose is to ensure that no two people who are in love get out of it or can't fulfill their wishes because of stars not matching, right? Or it can be we exist to make sure that people in tier 2 and tier 3 cities in India can take their life decisions themselves, right? That can be another brand purpose. So that is the purpose. And then the agency can come up with a tagline or not. But the purpose, the reason why I'm building this up is that we have to tell people why we exist. We have to tell the agency why we exist. And that can be taken in the form of, and they will make it into an ad or whatever else. And then the environment analysis. Who's the competition for this dating app? All other dating apps, right? So your Tinder, Bumble, all of that, Hinge, coffee over bagel, and all of those are in the environment. And then we have to give them insights. So we know numbers and we give them numbers. We say this is their positioning, etc. This is what we tell the agency. And the task to be achieved. Now, Ankit, in this dating app world, right? If I have to go onto a dating app, I have a lot of options, right? And I'm coming up just 6 or 7 options who've already spent a lot of money. People have used them for years and so on. As a new app with a very different sort of functionality, what is my task? What do I need to do in the market? This is a very important thing. Huh? A lot of people say when you're being briefed, right? As an agency, I've had so many brands come and tell me, we want brand awareness, we want buzz, we want to create buzz, and we want to create salience. It means nothing. All of those things are anyway something that you have to do as a new brand, any new brand. But what is specific to you, that task to be achieved is what we need to do as part of the briefing document. So Ankit, as star-crossed, what are the challenges or what are the tasks that you have to achieve in this market?
Sir, I think I mean, in terms of how the service is designed, that will be a challenge because how much detail do you?
Cool. So explaining the product in an easy to understand and fun manner to the audience, that is one task, right?
It's also, I mean, if you make it too detailed, it's also a question of how much effort needs to be put in.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm saying screw that. I'm saying the simple one-line task is explaining the product in a very easy to know manner. So then when you're looking at the campaign, you're also saying, hey, is this describing the product well or not? Second, making your presence felt in an already crowded dating market.
Right.
So you're making a splash. So you want to do something that's fun. So you want to do something that stands out, right? How do we make ourselves be seen and heard in a crowded dating market? What else? What is the challenge?
Aside from these two,
Yeah.
I think then it gets into slightly more generic territory in terms of improving functionality and what can be provided.
No, that is not a task to be achieved for the ad agency. We are asking them to come up with what a communication plan and an idea. We're asking them to come up with an ad campaign. Correct. So as part of the ad campaign,
how do you then publicize the app? Is that the question?
So that goes to the media part. But the task to be achieved is the two things that we said that is okay to take for now. We're saying we want the ad to reach to a large number of people. We also we want to drill down to something that's a little bit more this thing, right? You talked about the independence part, right? We want every person who lives or has lived in a joint family to be able to use this app as a means of showing their independence, right? That becomes an extremely sharp brief which the agency can then take and do stuff with, right? And then, so which is why you need to do a lot of research, etc., to know that this is the task that you want to achieve. So guys, this is a very important one, that research, etc., you have to come up with something that's very specific in nature. Otherwise they will be all over the place. Then you're just like a Bumble, then you're just like everyone else, right? Even a Bumble will come and say, this is what I want people to understand what the product is about. Of course, that's every product. But this specific thing, or I want the target group to understand, uh, a person living, a 25-year-old living in Bhopal to understand that the stars don't govern their lives, but we can help, right? Whatever it is. I think a challenge also to be very specific and target the people who believe in astrology can find them a date. Can be that also. Rashmi, maximum app downloads is not something that an ad agency will look for. That is a media, that's a media brief. Right now, we're only talking about creating an ad and a communication plan. Yeah. And then the measure of success, which is how do you know if the job that is done is good or bad, right? So then you do a research and we say that, hey, listen, Ankit, who is in Bhopal as a 25-year-old, right, lives with his joint family or with extended family, whatever. Does he now look at this and say that, hey, listen, this can be a path to find my soulmate myself and not going through the hundreds of rishtas that someone is sending me, right? And I still do it in a fun way and not in the age-old shadi.com way, which is very boring and you put up a bio data and all of that. This is a dating app which can help me do that, right? So am I making matrimonials fun now? That could be something that also could be a task to be achieved. Yes, Rashmi, exactly that. It is important to communicate through the ad what challenge we are trying to solve. That is exactly what is on the slide as well. College में या school में बहुत copy किया रहेगा लोगों से. Right? So now we went through all of this. We have about 14 minutes left. I'm just going to do something a little bit different now. We're just going to go through a few ads, right? And then we're going to try and understand. And guys, whoever can come on board, so just raise your hands if you can be a part of this. I want to talk to someone about these things, right? We just go through some ads and we'll talk about what the Ankit, very important. Yeah, it will also necessary to define what we are not. So what we will do right now is also just understand that what would be the briefs that the agencies would have received. So I was part of Star when Mocha was released for the first time. And these are ads from my company right now that I commissioned. So we'll just go through a couple of these ads, right? And then try to understand what would the brief had been for these ads, yeah? Cool. And then we'll open the floor to questions. It's okay. The first I will do a really interesting one of my favorites of all time. Okay, you guys can see this?
Yes.
Okay. So there was a brand called Walker's Chips, right? And Walker's Chips did this research that people buy chips, right? But how do I sell another chip? Like, how do I come up with a new chip brand and how do I sell it? And then they did some research and they said that, listen, when people are buying sandwiches, right? Most of the people who buy sandwiches also buy wafers. And if they don't, and if we give them wafers along with the sandwich, they really like it, right? So they said, okay, we want to target all sandwich eaters, right? Anyone who eats a sandwich, we want them to try a Walker's chips along with their sandwich. Get it? That's the brief, right? That's the insight. You saw the research, you saw the audience, you saw this thing. And what did the people come up with? What did the agency come up with, right? There is a town called Sandwich in the UK. So they did something very interesting over there. Can you guys hear it? Just let me know if you can't.
Yes, we can hear.
Perfect.
How are you?
You look slightly lost.
I'm looking for the new inn.
I tell you what, I'll show you.
You
Just
tell me?
round here.
Oh, thank you.
Madame, it's a pleased to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Hello.
Hi, Pam. You want to be a barmaid?
Yes, I am.
I am going to teach you how to
Okay.
pour a pint. Right.
For a pint. Okay.
Pour a pint.
For a pint.
Yes.
Watch this. Now look at that, just to the side.
All along.
You're a natural.
And then you take a sip, and then you give it to somebody.
You take a
Make
sip.
sure I'm doing okay.
You're doing very, very well.
I don't know what a shandy is.
You don't?
No.
Half lager and half lemonade.
I'm gonna try that later.
Very
Name the female star who has since.
So what they did was very interesting, right? They said we'll make sandwich more interesting. That was the brief. They said we want to make sandwiches more interesting. Sandwich is more interesting with Walker's chips. So they took over the town of Sandwich, and Pamela Anderson went and served drinks at a bar. They got a huge band. I don't know who it was, but they got a huge band to go and perform on the streets. They got Schumacher or someone David Coulthard to drive people around in a cab. So suddenly all of this made a lot of news, and they got millions of pounds worth of publicity and so on. But you understand that the idea for that campaign came from the brief that, listen, we want to make, I think that a sandwich is more exciting with a Walker's chip, and that's the audience that we want to target, right? You guys understand why it helps to be specific? That's how you get award-winning ideas, basically. Now, this is an ad that everyone knows and everyone has cried about today in this World
What
Cup.
I mean about
Remember this one?
Javed and the opposition. It never stops. It's not wise to try and make a
आज चल के दर पे आया है मौका हो रब्बा कब आएगा मौका 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 ओ रब्बा उम्र पिघली मोम सी मेरी ऐसी भी क्या जिद है तेरी करा दे अब दीदार मौका 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 ओ रब्बा
छोड़ेंगे यार इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान छठी बार आईसीसी.
So you guys remember this one? Yeah, in chat, guys, quickly, we're just ending the thing quickly. Yeah, so remember this, and I was at Star when this ad was made, and the brief for this was very interesting. Ankit, are you here?
So I am here.
Okay. So let's talk about this ad. Yeah, what do you think the brief was for this ad, and what were the circumstances around which it was made? Or should I just tell you? I'll
You
just
should
tell
tell
you.
me.
Okay, so very quickly, so this wasn't the World Cup ad for Star Sports. The World Cup ad for Star Sports was something else that didn't do well. So when the World Cup was happening, India had a run of bad luck. India had very bad matches, and they had lost to England and so on. And the first ad that was made got panned because people are like, India to kabhi World Cup nahi layega. Of course, they're going nuts. It's not going to happen, and so on and so forth. And then when the India-Pakistan was coming, the challenge was that, listen, people are not going to come to watch this on TV, and we're going to get screwed. So they said, okay, let's come up with the thought. And they said, okay, India-Pakistan is what we will take. And we're looking at people who are ardent followers of cricket and who always watch the India-Pakistan match. So they can be the conduit to spread this across to different people. And that's what the thought process was. And they said, okay. And then the insight suddenly came from the brand team saying, listen, Pakistan has never beaten India in the World Cup. Right? And that's what the ad agency took and then came up with this ad, which became an instant classic, right? We all know this right now. And this is an edutech brand called Jen Online, something that I lead marketing for. We're going to show you this one ad, and then we talk about the circumstances for this ad, and then we open the floor to questions, right?
मोंटी के बारे में सुना? चड्डास को कितना समझाया कि कॉम्प्रोमाइज कर लो, जहाँ एडमिशन मिले ले लो। तो मिस्टर चड्डा बोले बात तो सही है, ग्रेजुएशन तो वैसे भी ऑनलाइन ही होनी है। मगर वहाँ मोंटी बोला टॉप की यूनिवर्सिटी में जाऊंगा, मन का कोर्स करूंगा। मैंने सोचा इतना मनमौला है, एक जगह इसका मन लगेगा क्या? पर यहाँ जब देखो जहाँ देखो क्लास चल रही है, लेक्चर ऑन है, टेस्ट। कभी कभी सोचती हूँ प्रोफेसर इंटरेस्टिंग है या फीस को जस्टिफाई कर रहा है।
वैल्यू फॉर मनी मम्मी, विद 30 इयर्स की क्रेडिबिलिटी।
तो चुप, सच बताओ कभी लगा नहीं था मोंटी कुछ बनेगा, लेकिन अब डर लग रहा है कहीं हमारे सनी से आगे ना निकल जाए। हैं?
आंटी जी खुल के बताएंगी नहीं, मगर आंटी जी ने सब डिटेल में चेक कर लिया है। तो वेट मत करो, जैन ऑनलाइन पर रजिस्टर करो आज ही।
Right. So, what was this about? This was more from when we were making this ad and when we were briefing the agency. This was me briefing the agency. We know that this online space is very crowded, but yeah, that everyone is extremely it's a sea of sameness. Everyone talks the same thing, they say the same things, and so on and so forth. Arey, who is this? कहाँ से आ रहा आवाज? Okay. That's seamless alone. So basically the thing was that there's a sea of sameness, and if you're promoting undergraduate courses, how do we do that? And what we discussed, what we understood at that time was that there are always these aunties, these neighboring aunties, who always know more about it than anyone else, right? And they are the ones who actually do all the mehnat, and they say like, अरे बाजू वाले मोंटू ने तो क्या क्या किया पता है, उसने ये कॉलेज में किया, उसने तो 8 कॉलेजेस देखे और ये कॉलेज में उसको ये मिल रहा है, right? And so we said, okay, if it's auntie approved, people are going to maybe accept it. So that was the concept that went behind it. And so the audience was people who are influenced by their parents, or the parents take their are behind all of this stuff, and influences in them taking in admissions. And then we went forward and we made this ad. Yeah, so this is another thing of briefing. So this is where we end. Now Shubhadeep will say some stuff, but hey, feedback, question and answers, if there's any questions that you guys have, and then we'll wrap up this thing. Yeah, so we had to run a little bit, but this is just how it is. So this is just a little bit about Antwork. Let me only talk a little bit about it while Shubhadeep presents it. I am one of the instructors at Antwork. I teach fundamentals of marketing, and Antwork is a place where you learn from practicing professionals like me, who've done it for a long time. And the focus is on practical, hands-on knowledge, no theoretical gyan, like you guys would have seen today. Very hands-on, do and learn, and professionals who worked at different global brands and worked for different global brands also. And the learning is through live immersive classes, not just self-recorded content, right? So this is the pitch for us. And this is the master's program in digital marketing that starts with the fundamentals of marketing class from me. And it's a 16-week program, 100 hours of live classes, and so on and so forth. We can build 10 real world solutions for different marketing campaigns as you go along. And you get 100% placement assistance as well, right? Zero cost EMI, etc., etc. And you can get your hands dirty on the latest tools as well that we showcase.
And we have also some offers going on, and I have pasted the link of the program in the chat, and you can fill up the form, and our counselor which will reach out to you with more details.
Yeah, and you can get, just because of me, you get 5,000 rupees off in the next 16 minutes.
If
right?
you apply.
So if you apply in the next 16 minutes, you get 5,000 rupees off. That is the spiel, that is the plug. But now, more importantly, do you guys have any questions? Raise your hands, or everyone's unmuted, so you can just talk about it.
Anyone have any question, you can ask, guys.
No one has any questions? Perfect.
Hi, Sunny.
Hi.
Sunny, just wanted to ask you, is the marketing brief, as I said, it's a document that will help the team members to get on the same field, with respect to whatever the campaigns are running and what's the objective, what's the outcome that needs to be achieved.
Yeah.
So is it an extension into, telling the people what is their role or what is their responsibility? How do they contribute in this thing? What is it they that, or it just ends at that brief?
It ends at the brief right now, because this is your briefing an ad agency. You're briefing a communications agency to say this is what we need you to come back with. It's not about roles, responsibilities, people at all. It is very simple. It is the idea that I need to make an ad or make some sort of creative rendition, and what is all that I need in order to make that best for you.
Okay, but if you remove the agency part in this, and if you feel when in situations where there's no agency involved, it's in-house or there are people in the
It's the
office
same
or
thing.
whatever.
So it'll be more or less the same thing. However, when it's in-house, then
Mhm.
everyone knows that already. Right? So it's
Hmm.
not about someone
Right.
not knowing it, because then if you don't know it, then it's a problem, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So every person in the team needs to understand all of those things from the get-go. The agency, so the assumption with an agency or an outside team is always that assume that they don't know anything, right? And because we're running short of time, so I'm going to switch. Thank you, Rashmi, for that question. It's very
Yeah.
interesting. And Ankit says, how do we arrive at such a pointed idea of what exactly we want to say and to who? It's not about what we want to say and to who. It is what we want the person to believe and who is that person. So like the sandwich thing, right? That is a lot of research that goes into it. So where the research agencies, etc., are a big part of getting into it, and you then picking a particular set of audiences, and those audiences are not defined by 18 to 35. You're talking about from a behavioral standpoint, like we said, the 25-year-old average 25-year-old guy from Bhopal who can seek independence and can take a call about his life that until now his family has always been doing and has always pressurized him to do. But now that person can take a call himself, but it's not a random call. It's a call that's based on actual stars and astrology and all of that jazz. Yeah, so, and there is certain thing, you want that person to feel a certain way. That is your communication to the agency. Is there any format we can use to give a proper written brief? There are many, but at the end of the day, you just have to see whether if all the information is already there. So like the 6 points that I said, right? Your background, audience, environment, brand purpose, tone of voice, measure of success. All those are the things that you need to put. So whether it's a PPT or whether it's a Word doc, whatever it is, point is that everything that you need to tell the person should be a part of that document. You will of course discuss the whole thing, but just as long as you cover those 6 things or 7 things, that is it. That's good enough for everyone. You just have to cover those things. Sure, Manthan. Anyone
Any more?
else?
I think no more questions. So guys,
Perfect.
you
So
can
guys,
follow-
that's a thing I teach. This is one small part of what I teach as the fundamentals of marketing, the brief part. And we go deeper into audiences. We go deeper into what tools we use to figure out what audiences like, dislike, how to come up with a brand purpose. All of those things are part of the course, and especially my class. I don't care about the rest. I care about my class. But so that is what we learn. So we go into a lot of depth into each one of these things, and then we practically come up with a brief. So Manthan, like you said, we come up with a brief, and then we discuss that brief that you submit as part of the project that I give out. And one of those things is the Starcrossed, for example, right? And
guys, please give a thumbs up to Sunny for taking this wonderful session. Keep a thumbs
if you
up.
guys liked it. If you guys liked it.
I think everyone liked it.
Except only Nicholas saying yes. But okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you
Okay.
guys. Thanks everyone, and Surbi and so on. And I hope you guys learned something. And if you guys want to take this forward, then of course, please sign up for this. The practical nature of this is what makes it different. And I love teaching, and I love doing this. And I hope you guys sign up and learn a little bit more from me. Also, I am Instagram pay. I am Sunny Amlani. So yeah, if you guys want to follow, go and message me over there if you want. And if you want this link later, then I will send you that admissions link later as well. Or you can just reach out to Antwork as well on all the social media platforms.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, do follow us on social media because we host like sessions like this in regular intervals. So you can join in next session as well if you wish to. And from Antwork team, we want to thank Sunny for taking such a wonderful session. Thank
so
you,
much.
Sunny.
And thank you everyone. Thank you for coming on this. Thank you for coming today. And we will see you guys hopefully in the class.
In the next cohort, which starts on December, most probably first week.
Sounds good.
Guys,
Sharing,
yeah.
I just want to take a quick picture of the screen. It's gone. Everyone's gone. Okay, chalo. Shut the screen, please. Stop sharing. Stop sharing.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. See you.
Thank you everyone for joining, and thanks Sunny again for taking such an awesome session. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.